Talk to us about this new safety cloud. I understand it was based on Salesforce's own work experiences. How does it work?
Well, it's pretty simple, Emily. It's really about scaling testing, which is really the way back with all of these new variants that none of us expected or hoped for, but are a part of our reality in this pandemic, which is becoming an endemic. It enables you, if you're putting on an event like our Dreamforce San Francisco or Dreamforce New York City, or even the company kickoff we're doing in New York City next week with 5,000 of our employees. It means that you can scale testing. You can do either an at-home test or perhaps with one of our partners like CVS Pharmacies, do a test, show up with a QR code, and you know that everyone in your building or in your event's been tested, and you can have the confidence to reconnect safely, because that's what's top of mind for all of our customers right now is how can we reconnect in the face of this ever-changing endemic?
What is Salesforce's latest return to work plan and view on how workplaces in general are going to be changed forever?
Well, Emily, since the beginning of this pandemic, we've really been focused on how can we bring the power of our technology platform to help both ourselves, but more importantly, help our customers thrive in the face of all these unexpected changes. Whether it was contact tracing, like we partnered with the state of Rhode Island, or vaccine management right here in my home state of California and so many states around the United States, or now with Safety Cloud. We know that our customers want to connect with their employees and their customers digitally. They want to reconnect safely, and we're really representing that as well. We have 84 over 100 offices opened, all powered by this safety cloud. We're getting together 5,000 of our employees next week in New York, but day to day, we're also running our home company on Slack, our digital headquarters. And candidly, Emily, I think that's the new normal. Most of our interactions will be digital, but we need to use the power of technology so that we can reconnect safely and reignite all of our cultures in this new normal.
Now, you've been in this role of co-CEO for 2 months now. Tell us more about your relationship with Marc Benioff in person and virtually, and how you've been working together in this top job.
Well, as you know, Emily, because you've known me for so long, Mark and I have been friends for over a decade. He's been a mentor of mine, particularly as I transitioned from consumer software to enterprise software. And when I sold my company to Salesforce about 5.5 years ago, I can't say I imagined being in this role now, but this is a lifelong partnership and something that has been really, I think, the most exciting part of my career. And operating this important company in partnership with Mark is such a privilege, particularly right now, because if you look at the past couple of years, I think this has really accelerated the digitization of the economy, and you can see the second and third order effects around the economy. And Salesforce is such an important, trusted digital advisor to all the most important brands in the world. And doing it in partnership with Mark is just the privilege of a lifetime.
Now, Salesforce made a huge tech deal last year, buying Slack, and I know that you were critical to that. I'm curious how you're thinking about M&A right now, given that we just saw Microsoft kind of up the ante buying Activision for more than twice as much. What's your view on Salesforce doing deals, how aggressive you should be, and where valuations are at?
Well, first, I'll answer your question. Let me just talk a little bit about how excited I am about Slack. It's interesting. The expectations we've developed as employees in this pandemic, I think, has really permanently shifted the way we work. We do a survey of employees who work in offices, and the last survey that we did, 76% said they want flexibility where they work, and over 90% said they want flexibility when they work. And in this competition for talent, that really means the digital headquarters we build for our employees is as important as the physical headquarters. And I'm talking, you know us, we have Salesforce Tower in San Francisco and New York. We were really under office space, but this idea of really building that digital headquarters, I think, is top of mind for every executive team all around the world. And right now we're focused on integrating Slack. So to get to the answer to your question, we're not seeing short-term M&A opportunities, though, as you know, we're always opportunistic in finding innovation in the market.
Now, the same week you were promoted to co-CEO of Salesforce, you became the chair of Twitter's board of directors. Curious how much time you're spending with Parag Agrawal, given that this is his first time being a CEO.
Yeah, so I've actually been on the Twitter board for over 5 years, and it's such a privilege to work with a new incoming CEO. And I'm really excited about Parag's leadership, excited to where he takes the company, and really excited about all the innovation coming out of the Twitter consumer product as of late.
let's talk about that because Twitter just pivoted to NFTs and profile pics. We see Facebook, I should say Meta, making this big pivot to the metaverse. Of course, you were the CTO of Facebook in those early years. We're seeing Microsoft throw its hat into the ring with an enterprise metaverse play. What do you think of this move to the metaverse, and will Salesforce have a role in it?
I'm really excited about all the innovation in this space. When I think about NFTs and the metaverse, I really bring it back to seeing what our customers are doing to engage with their customers. And I think it's really about all of our digital identities becoming more important than ever before. It's about building communities. It's about digital goods. It's about collectibles. And I'm seeing so many interesting experiments from retailers around NFTs and digital goods and wallets that I think are really exciting. As you saw in the segment right before I came on, there's a lot of hype in this space. Sometimes it's hard to untangle the really interesting stuff from the hype. But we're really excited about it. And I think you will see some innovation from us in this space because we want to make sure when our customers want to experiment with this technology, the Salesforce platform is there to help them do it.